You know something? I don't get the hate for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom gets. For the past 4 years, dear Lord, has it really been that long? The amount of hate I've seen this movie get is honestly shocking. I say it's to the point where I think it's overhated. Don't get me wrong, I do understand some of the criticism the movie gets, like how the island segment goes by way too fast, we need more Indoraptor, and how there were a handful of scenes that were just there for the sake of being cool. But we're not here to focus on that today. Today I want to focus on the other criticism the movie gets. Like,
I had to. They're alive. Like me.
Environments. Voila! Now first, the laser sets the target. Once locked on, the acoustic signal triggers the attack.
On Hammond's dream, to let these creatures live in peace. So, we have created sanctuary. No fences, no cages, no tourists, just as Mother Nature intended.
you get the point. Hopefully, by the end of the video, I can convince you why I think these scenes are not that bad. And what better way to begin than with the elephant in the room?
I had to. They're alive. Like me.
Out of all the criticism the movie gets, this is one that gets the most hate. This is the one the people keep bashing and bashing and bashing and bashing, and you get the point. Does she not realize what she's done? Doesn't she know the consequences of her actions? She's automatically the villain of this movie because she lets the dinosaurs out. To that I had to say, no, no, and no. Maisie is like, what, 12? In the event of Fallen Kingdom? Of course she doesn't know what she has done, because she's just a freaking kid. She doesn't know the environmental impact she has made by doing this. She doesn't know how many people she injured / killed doing this. Oh, but what about that they are alive like me quote? It's stupid. No, not really. I say it's quite fitting, because that night she found out she herself is a clone, therefore she relates to the dinosaurs with that aspect. She said that because, in a way, she sees herself like one of them because of that. And so that is why she has more sympathy over them. But don't you think Owen and Claire should have stopped Maisie from pushing the button? I mean, yeah. But they couldn't do anything. Because she basically did it as everyone else was busy watching the dinosaurs die. I still say it's stupid. They only had her do that so we could get the sequel where the dinosaurs are out in the wild. Even if she didn't press the button, we would have still got the event of Dominion. Because a lot of those dinosaurs have been sold in the auction, spreading them all over the world. And second, even if they put them on Isla Sorna, it would have just delayed the inevitable. Because if you don't know, Isla Sorna is also volcanic, like Nublar. So, putting them on Sorna is literally just delaying their extinction by a few more years. Don't believe me? This is a real line from The Lost World.
The old operations building. Hammond ran everything on geothermal power. It was never meant to need replenishing.
And if you don't know what geothermal power is, they basically run on the power from the volcano. And that's why Isla Sorna Isla Nublar didn't go kaboom during the opening of the park. And like I said earlier, even if they wrote the script to have the dinosaurs be on Sorna, it would mean jack shit. Because if you saw the film, Eli Mills never wanted the dinosaurs to be transported on the new island, but to Lockwood Manor. So we would have got the same movie in the end of the day. The amount of times I've heard people say that is honestly baffling. I mean, did you even watch the movie? Like, it really would not matter.
Well, what about Owen surviving the pyroclastic flow? You can't seriously defend that, right?
I wouldn't if one of the special effects people hadn't pointed out that Owen was consumed by an ash cloud, basically, not the pyroclastic flow. He pointed that out. He pointed that the front part of the pyroclastic flow is just an ash cloud. So what he got consumed was just an ash cloud, while the back of it is, the real deal. So yeah, that's why he's alive when he shouldn't.
He still shouldn't be alive because that's not how pyroclastic flows work.
And I can think of many situations where a main character should have died, and you don't hear people complaining about that, do ya? If you have a gun, why not just shoot the person you're pointing at, instead of sending the dinosaur to do the job for you? Do you want to risk your life taking down a target by shooting someone and alerting the whole area? Or send a weaponized dinosaur to do your bidding, making everyone target the dinosaur while you can sneak up on them and without them knowing you were there? Also, what if you're out of bullets? You're gonna hit someone with and you're gonna hit an enemy with a gun? You probably drop dead before you strike them. So I think them using the laser pointer to control the Indoraptor is realistic, and the amount of criticism this scene gets is really unwarranted because it's a real possible scenario. It makes sense for certain situations and it's effective. Okay, fair enough. But what about the Indo smiling before killing Wheatley? We've seen dogs smile and other real world animals make expressions. Heck, sometimes when you see a gecko, it looks like it's smiling when it's not. The same case can be said about the Indoraptor. I can go on and make a whole literally hour-and-a-half essay video. But I want to keep here longer than I should. So, let's get into my final thoughts on this hot take I have. In conclusion, I can admit Fallen Kingdom is far from perfect. But these criticisms I hear over and over and over again. And I get it. I absolutely get it. You can't make everyone happy. But at this point, like I mentioned, some, not all, of the criticism is a bit extreme to the point where I think it's just glorified nitpicks that can sometimes be explained. The movie is visually stunning, mostly. The soundtrack is honestly one of my favorites of the franchise. It takes huge and bold directions where it could still continue without having to completely reboot the franchise and appreciate what it has done. So yeah, I think Fallen Kingdom is overhated. A lot of the criticisms that you hear like a broken record are easily explainable, as you saw earlier, or heard. Because either people missed a few points of the movie, or went over their head, or maybe they just went in wanting to hate it. Well, it's probably because our culture has developed from just real criticism to everyone thinking they're a cinema snob, who think they are right and everyone else is wrong.
Anyway, that's a topic for another time.
I've been Jurassic Addict, and I hope you enjoyed this glorified hot take video / defense video. Adios!